Hey, what's up everybody? So it's been a while since I've been really excited about purchasing a sneaker and reviewing for you guys. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the New Balance 990 V6 and Action Bronson collaboration in the Lapis Lazuli colorway. So let's get right into it. Let me show you guys a quick look. So these New Balance 990 V6 are the second colorway that Action Bronson and New Balance worked together. The first one being the OG Baklava colorway. These retail for $220 and they officially dropped through the Action Bronson website on June 22nd, 2023. Then New Balance officially released these through their website on June 30th, 2023. And like always, like every other major release through New Balance, it was an absolute waste of time. I took an L on both platforms and unfortunately had to go the resale route in order to cop these. But let me tell you guys, even though I paid resale for these, is definitely worth it because up until now, July 11th, when I'm filming this video, for me, in my opinion, these are my favorite New Balance sneakers of the year so far. Of course, we have pretty much half of the year left. We don't know what else is coming yet, but for right now, these right here are super fire. So the colorway on these is Lapis Lazuli. I actually had to look that up, didn't know what it was. And basically, it is a stone of wisdom, intuition, and truth. The Lapis Lazuli meaning is known as a powerful crystal for anyone seeking to deepen their connection to self. I'm not a huge fan of Action Bronson. I haven't been following him for a long time, but I do like him a lot. And just getting to know him a little bit, you definitely know that Action likes to be very thoughtful with the stuff that he talks about. He goes into deep thoughts. I do love his show. So you definitely know that he goes into these very deepful thoughts. So calling these Lapis Lazuli, especially what they mean, and especially with this colorway being a mostly navy colorway, definitely made a lot of sense. Action also goes into more details as to why he picked these colors, and he said that he's a big fan of New Balance gray sneakers, which I'm sure every New Balance fan is, but he's also a big fan of the navy color that New Balance uses. And in my opinion, I've said it before, New Balance does an amazing job with their navy colorways as well. And in this colorway, he basically wanted to create his own rendition of a navy New Balance sneaker. So getting into the details of this colorway, the main color that you'll see on the upper of the shoe is a dark navy color, but you will find a different shade of navy around the eye stays area. It is a lighter blue compared to the darker navy blue that you find around the upper parts of the shoe. You know, that's why both of these colorways have been such a great hit, because getting the shoe in person, you definitely appreciate the different shades of colors when you have them in hand. Another cool detail about this colorway is the green color that you'll find on the perforated suede throughout the upper of the shoe, and that green color, according to Action, reminds him of the Seattle Mariners uniform. You're obviously going to find some typical gray color throughout the upper as well, and throughout you're going to find some different shades of blue, from very light blue to very dark blue, black as well, gray, and all the way to the back of the shoe, a little bit of purple as well. On the midsole, you kind of have like this mustard colored midsole. You also have some blue as well. On the outsole, you have a gum outsole with a turquoise blue. Getting into the details of the shoe, on the inside part of the shoe, you do have a black insole with the Baklava New Balance branding in a neon green color. You do have a textile feel sock lining in a gray color. On the front of the tongue, you have the Baklava 990 V6 branding, and that is in a light blue color, and the way that material looks kind of looks like a light pair of blue jeans. That part of the tongue is made out of a different type of mesh, kind of reminds me of a pair of gym shorts. Also, the blue on that part of the tongue is in a different shade of blue. These come out of the box with these rope laces that definitely were inspired by Timberland boots, and according to Action Bronson, he wanted to pay homage to basically construction workers. He also had experience growing up working construction, so he wanted to put that in this colorway. As you come down to the toe box area, you're going to find the underlays of the shoe, which are made out of a mesh material, but different than the upper part of the tongue that I mentioned earlier. And the mesh material here is in a dark navy color. As I said earlier, throughout the upper part of the shoe, you're going to find that perforated Nubuck material in that Seattle Mariners inspired color. You're also going to find a little strip going across the toe box with the New Balance branding, and that's also reflective. Around the mudguard area, there's going to be an additional strip of reflective material in a blue color, and also you're going to find reflective material on both end logos and around the ankle collar of the shoe, staying classic to the original 990 V6. The upper layers of the shoe are going to be primarily made out of suede, and the type of suede that they use on the mudguard, which it is pretty good, is definitely different than the type of suede that they use on the heel counter of the shoe. On the heel counter, the suede that they use there is a little bit hairier than the one you'll find throughout the mudguard and also around the quarter panels of the shoe. On the the lateral side on the heel counter, you will find the 990 branding in a silver and black metallic color. All the way to the back of the shoe above the heel counter, you will find a plastic material there with the New Balance branding and Made in USA as well. Above that, you will find some additional mesh in a purple color, and that mesh is similar to the mesh used on the front of the tongue. The midsole and cushioning system on the 990 V6 features Absorb, and these also have Fuel Cell, which is the first time that Fuel Cell is introduced on a Made in USA New Balance sneaker. These also have End Cap, which you'll find that branding all the way to the back of the shoe. Even though this midsole looks very chunky and it seems like you're taking advantage of all of this Absorb material, in reality, your foot is probably sitting about a quarter down of this midsole, so you're not really taking full advantage of this Absorb material. Flipping the shoe over to the outsole, rubber outsole here with this gum bottom, which is super nice in this turquoise color, which is actually translucent as well. Super nice details here. You have some New Balance branding all the way to the back of the shoe, Endurance as well, and then in the middle part there you have that Fuel Cell branding. And finally, around the toe box area on this outsole, you will find some New Balance branding, and also established in 1982, which is the year that the first 990 released. And the shoes come in a similar Made in USA box as the OG colorway, and when you open the box, you're gonna have like this mirror type material here. Not sure what that's for, what's the purpose behind it, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments below. And it also has a barcode which will take you straight to the Action Bronson website. As far as sizing with the 990 V6, similar to my Made in USA New Balance sneakers, I went a half a size down from my regular size 10. So for example, I went with the same size as my 990s, like the 990 V1, V2, V3, V4, etc. Also like a 1300 or 1400 as well. However, if you're someone who has really wide feet, I would consider going true to size, because the New Balance 990 V6 is a little bit more narrow than, for example, like a 990 V3 or 990 V5, for example. As far as comfort with the V6, after you wear these a couple of times and you break them in, the comfort on these is really good. And just like any other 990, it's not gonna disappoint, because this midsole and cushioning system is pretty good. And like always, it's gonna have a nice balance between firmness and softness. Not too soft or mushy, not too firm either. When I first got the V6, I thought the Fuel Cell was going to give the shoe more of a bounce or a mushy feel, but honestly, in comparison with the 990 V5, it kind of feels the same in my opinion. It's really close if you're going to be able to notice a huge difference between the V5 and the V6. All right guys, so my final thoughts on this collaboration between New Balance and Action Bronson. Like I said earlier, in my opinion guys, these right now are my favorite New Balance sneakers to drop this year in 2023. Anything can change. We still have a few months left in this year, so of course we could get another drop, another collaboration, or another GR. They might actually be better than these, but for right now, these are my favorite New Balance to drop this year, because this colorway here guys, similar to the first one, but this colorway for me is more wearable. I could rock these a lot more, and just getting these in hand, it just makes this color so much better, because you get to see all the nice little details, the different shades of the navy color. In my opinion, it just looks so good. And yes, it's a mostly navy shoe. For most of you guys, this could be a boring type of colorway, but for me, I like navy. I think navy sneakers look really good on a New Balance, even better. So for me, this is perfect. I think overall this collaboration has helped the 990 V6 model, because when the 990 V6 first came out, there were a lot of people that weren't feeling this model because it just looked different or looked weird. And I get that, we're not supposed to like every single model, but over time the shoe has grown on a lot of people. And also collabs always help. It just gives people a different perspective of what they think about a specific model. I've always liked the V6 from the moment I first saw it, and here with this colorway and this collab, it just makes it look that more special. But overall guys, I think this is an amazing colorway. Mad props to New Balance and Action Bronson for working together. I believe there's 2 more colorways that are gonna come out at some point, unless those were like an exclusive or they were just samples. I hope they continue working together. I know there's been leaks of a 1906R that's been out there already. He was wearing them at a concert, so we already know that's a pair that's gonna come out at some point. Not a huge fan of that one, to be honest, but I still think it's exciting to have Action Bronson and New Balance work together. It's a fresh collaborator in the brand, and I really do think that he's been doing a great job up until this point. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like the Lapis Lazuli more, or do you like the regular baklava? All right guys, with that being said, let me put these bad boys on and show you guys how they look on feet. So that's it for me, guys. Hopefully this video brought you a detailed look of the New Balance in Action Bronson 990 V6 and the Lapis Lazuli colorway. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this colorway, what you think about this collab, and do you agree with me that up until this point, these are New Balance sneaker of the year. And like always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. To all the new subscribers, thank you. If you're new to the channel, stopping by for the first time, feel free to subscribe. If you like the content, like the video, comment below. I'll leave some links in the description below. Follow me on Instagram at Guy and Kicks and also Threads. And that's it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.